Right, here is a quick demonstration of a mod of the 555 Techno Kick module that I have made here, and that is available for purchase. The idea was to take two 555 chips, use one to create the envelope and use another to create the actual sound. And I wanted a module that went, a drum module rather, that went all the way from the sort of like minimal techno click type noises that you get, all the way to a sort of like full on ang 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 sort of noise. Now I'm triggering it with a little clock module that I made. It's just an Arduino that puts out 5 volts at various different frequencies, and you can see that there with the lights. And I'll give you a quick demonstration. So the first thing it does is, very basically I've decided that the way I'm going to generate a drum sound, a kick drum sound, is to separate it into the pop, the transient, the click noise, and then a tone that follows on. So what we've got is these two volume knobs here are effectively a 2-channel mixer. So we can bring up the pop noise, and at the moment that's very quiet. We can bring that all the way up to a really harsh clicking noise. And you see that's quite a loud sound. Now, one of the quirks of this module, because it is all analog, is that the decay here is actually faster, can actually be faster than the cutoff for the pop tone. So you actually get a slight different change in sound as you increase the decay there. And the pop tone, you can soften it up. And as you soften it, you can make it louder if you want to. But we can go to a really sort of full-throated thud, and then you can make it even more snappy by turning down the decay with this really sharp pop. Quite a harsh noise that, but that's kind of what I want. So that's good. That's really thumping the speakers. Right, turn that down a touch. And we'll bring in the second component of the sound, which is the sort of the note. And you can probably hear that's sort of a reasonable techno thump going on. And because it's a 555, we're generating this note as a square wave, and then toning it down with the tone control. Or, if you want, you can bring it really harsh as a square wave. Bring the pop back in if you want. Bring it out for a soft thump. Increase the thump there. Now, because we're generating sound with the 555, we actually have control of pulse width as well as frequency. So if you there we are. Now, one of the many quirks of this module is that if the decay length is longer than the trigger time, it actually skips the sound. I don't know whether that's useful or not, but that's a quirk. You get sort of like a divide by 2 thing going on, and even go even longer. But you do have the option. You can either trigger it in single shot mode, or I've got it here as, I described it as RT, which is re-trigger, but you could consider it as a gating effect as well, because you'll note that it's the way that it's been triggered is different. And I reckon between all those settings you can actually generate some quite convincing and quite unique drum sounds. All analog, and yeah, we'll see what happens when I take the power off. Cheers.